Here we go. All right, we're gonna make this real simple, simplified. Who and what are the American Negroes? Who are the Indians? How did Black Wall Street come about? Okay, because what you will find is if you know anything about the Indian Removal Act, it took place in the 1830s. Okay, shortly thereafter, when these Indians, quote unquote Indians, were removed from the southeastern region of what is called now the United States, when these so-called Indians in the southeastern region of what is now called the United States were removed into Oklahoma, shortly thereafter you got Black Wall Street in Tulsa. And then shortly thereafter they were massacred. Okay? Now, what are the only other, well, the same group, but what are the only people that get this type of treatment from the quote unquote American government? You guessed it, the American Negy. What you call black folks or African Americans are none other than the Indian, the American Indian, the one who was changed from their tribal name to Indian to colored to Negro to black and then now African American. That's who we're talking about. That's who we're talking about. So you see here the Indian Removal Act of 1830, the Trail of Tears. Okay, these people were removed, forced out of their land. That's what they tell you that nearly all of them were, but that's not true. Not all of them. In fact, not even half, not even close to half. Most of them stayed exactly where they are. And if you go in these areas, the southeastern region of the what is called the United States, even to this day, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, no, I mean there's Virginia, bunch of Indians all through there still to this day. Okay? And again, so you got from 1830s, all right, and then we go to the 1921 when the massacre took place. That's only 90 years. And if you give them, if you take off about 15 to 20 years, and that's just being generous, but that's just a building time, just the the foundational building of a city, then again that gives you just over the time of the people arriving there that were removed. By the time those people had grandchildren with children, the massacre would have already been taking place. Okay? We're talking a 90-year stretch. That's nothing. Hell, if my grandma were alive today, she'd be in her 80s. There's people that's living 90 years, okay? That's not that's just a regular lifetime right there, one lifetime, and then you got a whole quote unquote Black Wall Street. It didn't take them people very much time to build and redo what they've already been doing. That's why they just were duplicating what they've already done. And but most of them stayed where they were and would rather die than be removed from their lands. That's why there's so many of them down there to this day. That's one thing that we need to understand. Okay, so were was this the Black Wall Street or the American Indian Wall Street? Was this the American Needy Wall Street? And do you know that there were multiple of these, not just in Tulsa, and there was many of these cities. They were massacred. This wasn't just a one-time thing in Tulsa, folks. The only people that they give this treatment to, again, has not changed. The only people they treat like this, who they can just massacre and murder in the streets in cold blood. Those same people look the same. Those people are still here. We're still here. Excuse that noise there. God damn it. But those people are still here. Now, that's pretty much short and sweet. Alright? That's short and sweet. If you don't understand that, I can't make it any simpler. I can't make it any simpler. They were removed into an area, and then all of a sudden that area becomes Black Wall Street. From what people? What people created it? Where did they come from? Don't sit up here and tell me fucking Africa. If if that's what you guys want to say, hey man, if you are an African American, I'm telling you, you think you're from Africa, then well, go back. Why would you stay here? It doesn't make any sense. I would never let someone pull me from my homeland and me not come back to it. I would never. You guys who sit up here and call yourselves African American but still have no intentions on going back, shame on you. But those of you who know who you are and really, really ready to do something about it, then join me. Okay? Most heightened, the indigenous patriot.